All right, back we go. Let's check another four stocks. Pretty much these are small caps, penny stocks, low float for the most part. It's January 16th, Saturday. AYTU, ATU Bioscience. Let's take a look. Float 15 million is pretty low. Short growth is down 24%. Market cap 128 million. Cash 38 million. Revenue 39 million. Good assets 141 million. Insiders own. excuse me. Excuse me. Let me start this over. I don't know if you heard me. Saturday, January 16th. ATU Biosciences floats low 15 million. Market cap 128 million. Assets 141 million. Has almost 9% insiders, 9% institutions. Debt 14 million. Valued at enterprise 65 million. What do they do? Specialty pharmaceutical company which focuses on identifying, acquiring, commercializing novel products. Products include Testo, Tuzastram, Xiomist, Maya X. I'm not even pronouncing that. The company was founded on August 9th, 2002, headquartered in Inglewood, Colorado. 10 million buys, almost 11, 28 million sell side. Wow, a lot of insider action here. All right, let's take a look at January 6th. Biopharma AYT looks to acquisitions and licensing to propel growth 2021. Looks to acquisitions and licensing. So that's very good. They're looking to do that. All right, let's see what else they say down here. Uh, novel products are for low testosterone, upper respiratory, insomnia, male infertility, United States, oral sprays. So they get a lot going on here. I don't see anything COVID. Is there anything COVID? Partnership. This is July 7th. They might be involved in COVID. I'm not reading back here. All right, so on the monthly, this is done 4 splits. Make this a little bit closer here. They've done 4 splits since 2016. So they're always looking for cash. On a daily here, let's see if we come up on a daily. Let me draw a line right down here to this line. Which is the 5 line. Let's see, we draw bigger lines here, right down here. See this right up here. Now, what do you see here? See this big line? This is a descending triangle from here all the way 2018. And the 5 lines help pretty much. I mean, so far that could change. So let's go down further. So the big move in March. Then see, it's been riding this trend line all the way down, all the way down. Then we had a split back in December 20. And look at this, the split, and then they bounced it up right away. That was a crazy move. Fill this gap. Then we're down. Look at the 6 level. Actually, should I make this higher to 6 level? I guess we can make it 6 level now because that's where we're at. That's the immediate support right here. I could get it right here. I can see this 6. Come on. There you go. All right, 6. See this? See this hold? Look at this. Like 1, 2, 3. This is a cluster of support here. And when you have a gap right here, well, it was not necessarily open. It's sort of like it's a weird like a 1-2 gap because this move, but we're riding it right here. We're going nicely up. Get a little bit oversold technically. I would look for this if we can get to that 8 line and then 9, 8 to 9 plus. Then we have a huge trend line to deal with because every time look, it's faces, it's gone down. That's why people are like they don't understand trend lines. Trend lines are important too. So we're price moving where you're at. As far as this, you want this to stay above 7 right here, and then not go below 6. So right here you can see this and where we're at now. So good off trend. This has a lot of COVID they're looking to acquire. So very good. Looks like longer term on this. All right. Let's look at MKGY. Excuse me. Check out FinBiz MKGY. Come on, where's this thing at? MKGI. All right, what does this stock do? There's so many small caps. I wonder how many is actually listed. I don't know. Moniker Group, 11 million float. Short growth is increasing, 18%. Market cap, 44 million. Cash, 589,000. Revenue, 214,000. Assets, 9 million. Insiders own 37%. It's very good. Institutions, 5%. Current debt's only 4 million. Fair value, 37 million. All right, what do they do? It's a technology-driven travel company, focuses delivering innovation to alternative lodging rentals. Product services include marketplace travel, destination tours, rental listings, hotel listings, air and car rental. It's founded by William R. Kirby, December 29, 2005, headquartered in Weston, Florida. Insiders, 83,000 buys. I don't see no sells. Finviz has 8 million, minus 8 million in income sales, 0.2 million, 11 million float. What do they say down here too? Alternative lodging rentals. You don't see that often. ALR products. It provides its product service to nexttrip.com, nexttrip.biz, muppintour.com, and exvg.com, travelmagazine.com, nexttripvacations.com. All right, news. Filed initial preliminary proxy statement order to seek shareholder approval of Hot Play Enterprise Limited Share Exchange. I didn't like the news on that. So let's look at the Ellie didn't like that. Let me see the monthly in this. This has been as high as 5, came down as low as 75, sort of back and forth. Pretty basic chart here to read. Looks like a double bottom here, right here and here. So, your longer term supports at the 75 level. Here's the 75 level. See this one all the way down, almost 19, and then April went down. And longer term, this thing back, I guess the IPO, you could draw a line. The strongest line would be here. Yeah, in between, we're back and forth from the 75-cent line to 350. Look at it back in April, how touch 75. Then look at this ride up. See, once you're above your 1320 EMA, look at the ride up. Stop, pull back, keep going. Touches 2 line held, then we bounced to 375. And then we get choppy. Went down, bounced up, big gap down. And then we're at this 225 line. Now, shorter term trend line, it looks like this 225 line is very important on this. See this right here? See this touch? It's held pretty good, this 2 line. So you want this 2 line to hold. Right now, if it comes back to here, you look for that support. And you want this to fill the gap right. You have a nice gap all the way up to this, get to 350, 375. So that looks positive on that end. It's getting a lot of volume that's been bearish lately. The moves have been bearish as this can't break. All right, so that's an interesting stock. Has potential, it looks like. Let's move on. To CJJD. Go onto my FinViz. China JoJo drugstores. 28 million float. Short growth is minus 48%. 41 million market cap. Cash 35 million. Revenue 127 million. Assets 105 million. Insiders own 25% almost. That's good. Institutions actually own this 30%. Debt 49 million. Enterprise value 53 million. I just did a long summary. Engaged distribution of retail, pharmaceutical, other healthcare products. It operates retail drugstores, online drugstores, drug wholesale, herb farming, sells prescription, over the counter medicines, online pharmacy, cultivates select herbs through drug vendors. Company was founded by Li Lu and Li Qi, Li I, and Qi, if I pronounce that right, on December 19th, 2006, and is headquartered in Engeza, China. You have 930,000 buys and 225,000 sells recently. Minus 4 million income, 125 million in sales. It's pretty good. Float 28 million. Last news was regained compliance with Nasdaq minimum bid price. They got to get over that dollar. When the stocks are near that dollar, look for companies to put out press releases to pump the stock because they want it to remain over a dollar. They want it to remain on these big boards, not the OTC. All right, what else they say down here? Republic of China operates data360.com, OTC drugs, nutritional supplements. Tall, JD.com that performs on that platform. And has Grand Pharmacy name as well as 10 drugstores. That's China play, the main thing. All right, let's look at the stock. So this has been around 2010. Get over here. 2010. And this is as high as 650. It came all the way back to this 50-cent line. And then it's been bouncing back and forth on the weekly. Let's see here where it's been. Let's look at the daily. Daily had this big wash. Look at 2019 or May. Came all the way down to 325 to 1. Then we bounced hard. Bounced right at this level. 150 all the way up to 325. This puts in huge moves when it does. And now here we are now. I could probably straighten this out to, looks like, what level is that? 75? 90 cents. So 90-cent level. Right here on the daily. So here we are. This had the big move up. I can change this down. Just get rid of that. See this one up, and then your low got higher right here. Then we exploded. Now we had a big gap down in June. September, we're holding this 90-cent line. And let me draw this line out because I didn't have that right. I could actually make this pretty close now, like this. See this? Because this was the last big wick after the gap down. So it went down, touch 90 cents. We've been sideways. Now we're like sort of going sideways again, a little bit up. The big $1 line, 90 cents. You have good support here at 90, it looks like. I think we could explode up. They put any press release. You can see 125 has been a barrier too. So 125, immediate, and then look for 150, 175 plus if this gets going. You have a big gap here, so this could really get going. We got to hold this 125 level, 1 cent level. So not a lot of room between these, but that's where you want it to go on China Jojo drugstores. All right, last one. SNMP. Let's take a look at this. All right, this is Sanchez Midstream. Sanchez Midstream Partners. Float 10 million. Short growth is down a little bit, 3%. Market cap 16 million. Cash 2 million. Revenue 56 million. Assets 366 million. Insiders own 80%. That is huge, huge. Institutions 3%. Current debt 469 million. A lot of debt, but the value of the company is 484 million. So it's worth a lot more than their market cap. What do they do? Engage in acquisition, development, and production of oil, natural gas properties, related assets. Company operates through following segments: midstream and production, gathering, processing, transportation, natural gas. Production segment consists of oil, natural gas properties, Texas and Louisiana. Company was founded February 7, 2005, headquarters in Houston, Texas. Yeah, 2.11 million buys, 95,000 sells. That's really good on insiders. Let me just look there. Where were they buying? Um, 0. Maybe that was already put in. Sometimes the directors already have like a buy already in there, like for set dates. Income minus 136 million. They don't have good income. Sales 61 million, 5 million shares float. Nice. American approves SNMP's plan to regain compliance. That was June 29th. Whoa, 2020. There's been no news on this for 6 months. Wait a minute. Where are we at? June? What are we in now? January? Jesus. How could there be no news? All right, let's look at the other. What else they say here? Operates 150-mile pipelines, compressors, storage tanks, Western Cantarina, Webb Counties, Texas, Shell Ford, South Texas, Louisiana. All right, that's so crazy. There's been no news in this. How can you not have a press release in almost 7 months? This had one split in 2015. The weekly, this was up high 50, and we came down with the split. Let's look at it recently. See where we're going here. I can take this out now. Put your line down here. I'm going to call this 25-cent line. In penny stock land, a 25-cent line is huge. Remember, 25, 50, 75, $1. They're the main lines. They're the main lines that like work around these stocks. So you see 25 here. Let's look deeper here. You have a big gap right here. And that is, where are we at here? 115-ish. See, this had the gap down. This was 225, gap down hard. Then it fell all the way to 25 cents. Then it rode to 50. Then this has been back and forth over a year, 25, 50 cents. Get a spike back in October. Tried to get above 1, didn't work. And then we're here at this 50-cent line. See this? 50, 50. Back and forth here. So this is trying to regain this one line. If this regains 1 and stays above this right here, this like maybe 125 would be huge for this stock to fill this gap. This had no news for 6 months. I don't even know how that's possible. Finviz has wrote nothing in this or whatever, the wire. So you don't want this to go below 75 because then, you're back in this 25, 50 cent range again. So interesting chart. I believe we'll get a spike up in this eventually. I'm not sure. It did one here, didn't hold. So there it is, open gap. We've been creeping up here. Eventually we get out of this range. It's 50 cent. Now we're above 50. And so we're back and forth in this. So Sanchez Production Partners. Let me see. Does Trade Ideas have news? Let's see what else here. No news in this. Man, this has been like a quiet stuff. When you want to put out press releases, if your stock's terrible, just put anything out. Just put out like, well, we're looking for this. We're looking to grow in the new territories. I don't think they understand business. You could put that out and the stock could like bounce a few dollars. All right. That is it. Please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe, and Trade Ideas, my referrals in YouTube. Mike Frank 007 Twitter, TikTok Mike Frank III, Instagram Mike Frank 98, Stock Twits Mike came in trades, and that is it for today on this pair or four stocks, whatever you want to call it. We're out for now. Peace.